So I wanted to share a little bit about a practice that I use often with my yoga therapy clients that I think is a little less familiar to a lot of folks, and I get a lot of questions about it. And that is the healing dialogue practice. The healing dialogue can be done as a part of a longer yoga nidra or sleep meditation practice, which is how it was taught to me. And it can also be done on its own. And I use it both ways with folks. The healing dialogue, at its essence, is an imaginary conversation that you have with some aspect of yourself that's causing you some difficulty. So it might be a symptom or a part of your body. It might be an emotion or a thought or a belief that comes up again and again. And the premise behind the healing dialogue is that these aspects of ourselves that may be unpleasant to experience repeatedly are not just there to bother us, but that they actually can carry with them messages for us about what it is that's really going on. And I think that these aspects of ourselves can really hold the key to a lot of intuitive wisdom that we may not be aware of for all kinds of reasons, for so many reasons, right? So, the idea of entering into an imaginary conversation with a body part or a thought might sound a little hokey. And I know for myself, when I first heard about it, that was my reaction. But it is, in practice, a tool that can be really, really powerful as a way of getting to what we know at a deep level that we may not have yet become fully conscious of. And so, in the healing dialogue, one of the things that I think is really powerful is that we acknowledge the whatever aspect of ourselves it is that we're going to enter into conversation with. And we acknowledge them in a way that is not judgmental, that is, if possible, if we can summon it, really warm and curious and kind. So, you can start by just saying hello. Hello, old friend. And then I'm listening. What is it that you need me to know? And sometimes when we engage in this practice, nothing happens. And that's totally okay, right? But sometimes answers come up within us that might be surprising and might be really, really helpful. The healing dialogue, like really, I think any other practice, can sometimes be really powerful when you just do it on your own. And then other times it can be helpful to have a facilitator or a guide who can see what's going on from a different perspective and maybe ask questions or give a little guidance that can help you get to a different place than you might get to on your own. And so it's a fun practice to play with by yourself. And it's also a really interesting practice to engage in with a partner. So I love using it with clients. I find some of the time nothing happens, and some of the time it can be really, really interesting to see what comes up.